Salamat, Misano. Misano to, ang pangalan niya. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody here na makikinig ngayon sa akin. I hope you will know. This is something, whatever I'm gonna say to you today, is something that I hope will get into you and learn from it. I'll share with you later how I become like this. But first and foremost, being Pulio, thank you. Mrs. Asuncion, maraming salamat po. What's the name? As perhaps you are aware, yung isa sa mga MC nyo dito, is my daughter, si Megan Ariel. And actually dahil hindi ko gusto talagang nahihiya, hindi ako marunong magsalita sa crowd, no? Pero kapag nag-request ka na, magbibigyan. Diba? Dito mo ako sa'yo dito. Dito dito. I want it like this para masaya ang crowd, no? Ano yung, di ba yung IT? Ano yung IT? Yung para sa'yo. Kasi ano yung IT?
Sis ko nga, di alam yan eh.
Okay, sasagutin ko kanina yung tanong mo. It takes time. Alright. Anyway, so I thought meron pang mga bata dito, kaya so yung pag-usapan natin, if I hope you get to listen, is what I call entrepreneurial IT engineering. Medyo kakaiba. Okay, perhaps we can start with the slide first slide please. Okay, I guess everybody here who are into IT, in every aspect, it's what we call IT engineering. Okay, so what I said here was very straightforward. I'll just tell you and expound a little bit more, and I'll talk to you further as we go along. World of an IT engineer and an entrepreneur is one. So, according to Marius Johnson, this is one of the associate professors that I get to read the book on. And it struck me when he said that information technology and entrepreneurship is actually one and the same. Success of an innovative firm critically depends on the implementation and creative use of IT engineering. Medyo paano yun, di ba? So let's expound further. What does it mean to be an entrepreneur muna? Sino nakakintindi kapag ibig sabihin entrepreneur? Ano ba sa inyo ang entrepreneur? Yung mga negosyo, yung may kanyang, yung basta. Whether nagbebenta ka ng taho, nagbebenta ka ng pansit dyan, that's an entrepreneur by itself. Okay? So, the fact na tawag niyan, gusto niyang gawin yung negosyo na yun, naka-undertake siya para gawin yun, para kumita. That's an entrepreneur. Okay? Now, if it came from the French word meaning to undertake. No? So, kapag tinanong natin si Mr. Webster, ang sabi niya, it is one who directs a business undertaking, assuming the risk for the sake of the profit. Siyempre, kahit sino naman gusto magnegosyo, kailangan kumita. So yun. Diretso. Straightforward yan, ha? Now, entrepreneur seems to be, however, thrive in chaotic and uncertain climates. Ibig sabihin, kapag entrepreneur ka, gusto mo, sige, kahit mo sasapakin mo eh. Sabihin mo, sige, halimbawa, gusto mong gusto mo magtayo ng isang computer shop. Sige, ano ba kailangan doon? Kailangan ka ng internet connection, kailangan may LED, kailangan diba? Ano pa? Computers, kailangan ko yan. Kailangan ganito. Pero sometimes, you tend to forget, baka mamaya, masyado ng malaki yung nilalagay mo na investment na pera. Tapos, ang mamaya, sasabihin mo, teka, sisingilin mo lang 10 piso per hour eh. Ang tanong, kikita ka ba ang hindi? Diba? So that's the difference between an engineer naman. As an engineering, they take things in a more orderly and methodical way. For instance, an engineer would think, sige, kuha tayo, gagawa ko ng computer shop. Pero, baka pwede ko namang i-share yung internet ko sa 5 computer kaysa sa isa lang para mas malaki yung kinikita. So, tapos sasabihin, paano ko walang internet? Paano ko walang PLDT? Baka pwede may backup ako naka-global ko. So, mga ganun. So, you have to think about that. Okay, that's an engineer. Next slide po. So, yan. Sabi natin, why do we say both live in the same world? Okay, engineering principle parallels with entrepreneurship concept. Example. So, Piscina. As you are aware, I'm the head of information technology for solar entertainment. So, lahat ng ginagawa namin sa solar, whether it's for MIS related or for broadcasting related, lahat yan, bago kami mag-undertake ng isang project, we have to ensure na as much as possible, halimbawa sa MIS namin, sa solar. If we have like about 500 employees in solar alone, each and every person in the employee has a cost to it. For instance, a good example of what we did about a few months ago, dati ang MIS namin, ang emails namin, tapos may mga servers kami para sa pag-share ng data and whatnot. Everything is we have this, bumibili kami ng mga equipment, ng mga hardware, no? Whether it's Cisco yan, o HP yan, lahat yan, binibili. Yun yung dating approach. Tapos i-store namin sa opisina. However, what we did, which I actually undertook, initiate sa kanila, in collaboration kay Sir, it's 10 things na, no? Everything now for solar entertainment is on the cloud. What we did was to engage with Microsoft, using Microsoft 365. So example of what we did there, emails namin, kada email namin ngayon, pwede na kaming, doon pa lang sa email namin, bawat isang individual, meron ng 5 licenses na para sa lahat ng devices namin. Whether it be for my PC, for my iPhone, for my iPad, whatever it is. With that application are the Microsoft Office. Yung Microsoft Word, Excel, lahat yan. Okay? So lahat yan naka-cloud na. Pati yung storage namin naka-cloud na. Pati yung Skype namin, yung link. There's this application that they call Link. Pwede na kaming mag-email wherever we are. Kahit nasa Amerika ako, nasa kung saan kami, ang kausap ko nasa Pilipinas. Pag nag-call ako ng conference calls or meetings, lahat kami, pwede kahit sa telepono lang. Ganun na ngayon ang ginagawa namin sa solar. So we share every information. Tapos kapag halimbawa ako nasa Amerika, wala ako, virtual ako, online ako, no? And then the rest of the guys are in the office, no? May magpe-present ng PowerPoint ng presentation. Lahat yun, tawag yan. I-share nila, kahit nung nasa Amerika, nakikita ko kung ano yung pine-present niya. So mas mabilis, mas collaborative ang nangyayari. It doesn't stop me always in the office. Hindi ka tulad dati, walang mangyayari kapag wala tayo dahil sa opisina. Ayon, kahit saan. Yun nga lang, minsan, kapag gano'n, siyempre, yung time naman natin, di ba? Nauubos. But the other day, that's work. Okay? The entrepreneur, the employer is engaged in business to produce ROI for shareholders. ROI, return of investment. That's what I'm going to say. So at least based on that, unlike before, na bumibili kami ng servers namin, mag-maintain kami sarili namin exchange, and whatnot, no? May maintenance cost. So sasabihin namin, pagdating ng after 1 year of service, sir, kailangan na natin kailangan na natin yung server, kailangan na natin i-upgrade or whatsoever. So normally kada lang, teka, sabihin namin yung boss nyo yan. Teka, bakit ganun? Di ba kabibili lang natin yan? Upgrade na naman tayo. Yung lisensya lang na pinabayaran natin yan, magkano na? Di ba? Ngayon, ang ginawa namin, hindi na. Kaya kami ng cloud service sa Microsoft, kahit ano pa ang i-upgrade nila, kasama na sa binabayaran namin lisensya per user. To be honest, we're paying something like about $20 per month per user sa service. Pero at least, kung kay finance, kay boss, at least alam na niya kung magkano gagastusin niya. At yun na yun, fix na yun. Kahit na OPEX yan, kahit na operational expense yun, alam niya na. Hindi na siya mag-iisip na gagastos pa, mag-expand pa, whatsoever. Tapos may iisipin pa siya na ay itong mga makinan to, kailangan sa opisina, so kailangan mga ano yan, aircon, kuryente, whatsoever, di ba? Yung mga unforeseen eh, minsan hindi nakikita. Ngayon, hindi mo na kailangan yan. Because everything's sa the cloud. Si Microsoft na bahala doon. Ngayon, there is a thing naman that we call SLA or Service Level Agreement. That's the one that we're in. It's in the contract, mag-uusap si Microsoft at kami, teka, paano ba yan? Sige, kukunin namin service nyo. Pero, ano naman, kung halimbawa ng downtime kami, nawalan kami ng internet, o nawalan kami ng emails, paano? So, meron din silang ina-adhere na dun sa SLA namin, na kailangan 99.997% uptime yan. That means about 3 hours lang within 1 year ang downtime nila. May mga ganun, ha? Alright, moving forward. What the IT engineer produces in his contribution to the company's overall ROI. If he manages his contribution well, producing a positive ROI for the company, then he is engaged in entrepreneurship. That means, yung ginawa ko, in a way, I'm an entrepreneur. Kasi at least na-ano ko na yung cost ko. Mapapasaya ko sa boss. At least, okay, alam lang yan yung boss na ako, sige, ito yung kita, ito yung gastos. Alam na niya kung paano maninigil yung tools, di ba? Alright. So, pinakita ko na siya. That means, I treated that as a business by myself. Okay? Next slide po. Okay. IT engineering entrepreneurs understand how their work contributes to the company's financial goals and work hard to ensure a good return. Exactly what I said a while ago. Then how did I manage my IT engineering profession to ensure good returns in the future? Okay, this is medyo expand ko ha. Key elements lang yan. Know my interest. That's the very first step. Okay, let me share with you my experience for the past 20 plus years. Okay? Pagka-graduate ko naman ng PSBA, Quezon City noon, my first job was actually sa stock market dito sa Makati. Okay? However, I stayed there for about 6 months now. Then, there was an opportunity, a friend of mine, back then, sabi niya, Diyos, meron dito sa ABS-CBN. Sabi ko, uy, ABS-CBN. That time, sabi ko, okay, ano trabaho? Production assistant. Okay. Sabi ko, wow, ABS-CBN. That time, siguro makakasikitan nyo pa lang ako. Mas nagpatandaan siguro konti. Sabi ko, okay, ABS-CBN, manonood lang ako ng TV dyan araw-araw. Diba? Siyempre, TV ang negosyo eh. But you know what was my first job on my first day in the office? Alam mo yung photocopier ngayon, swerte na ngayon, yung photocopier, automatic feed. Nung pumasok ko ng ABS-CBN was engaging going into the initial public offering, papasok sa stocks. Ang first day sa trabaho ko, from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, sa harap ng photocopier, literally, nagpo-photocopy ako kahit nakakapal, mga 200 pages, back to back, 200 copies. So nakatayo ako sa harap ng photocopier, hanggang sa matapos. That's my first day of the job. However, when I was doing that, over the first 3 months of my job, I said, hindi pwede ito trabaho ko. Sabi ko, let me find my interest. So what was I doing? That time, uso editing. Yung mga, kaya natutuwa ako kanina yung mga slides, no? Dati kong ginagawa yun, ngayon high-tech na eh. Dati makina talaga. Yung makina yun. Sabi ko, sige, i-edit ako. Tuto ko mag-edit. Video editor ha, video editing. So after my first 3 months, I was already an assistant video editor. Yung ginagawa ko na noon, nagka-cut to cut na ako ng mga programa. O kaya minsan yung mga promos. namin sa ABS-CBN natin. Tapos nun, after 3 months after again, so 6 months after, full-time editor na ako. May mga kinuha akong mga kasama sa loob. Sabi ko, sige, turuan mo nga ako kung paano yan. So during my spare time, hindi ako nagpaka-alila na maging production assistant. Kasi pag production assistant ka, talagang utusan ka. Sabi ko, hindi pwedeng utusan ako all my life. I need to move. I need to learn something para magkaroon ako lalo ng ano. Magkaroon ako, mag-improve. So yun. So after 6 months, nag-full-time editor ako. Cut to cut pa rin yun. Wala pa yung mga effects. Okay? Hindi pa yung katulad yan, nag-ano na, nag-fade in, fade out, wala ko yan. Cut lang. Okay, that was way back 1991, mga ganun. Hindi ba siguro may pinapanganak lang? Si Maria, hindi pa pinapanganak. Okay? So, way back, so after 1 year, nag-post-production na ako. Pag sinabi post-production, yun na yung magkakaroon ng effects. Yun na yung mga makikita mo, picture-in-picture, yung mga gano'n yung ginagawa ko ng mga ano. Then, on my second year, literally, on my third year, as I get into my third year, naging ano na ako, manager na, supervisor ako ng post-production. Then, ABS-CBN pa rin, si RK1. So, hindi lang ako nag-aral ng editing at saka effects. Sabi ko, paano ba ginagawa ko? Naging more interested ako eh. Hindi pwedeng cut lang eh. So ano ginawa ko? Paano ba eh? Paano dumarating lang sa akin mga tapes? May edit ko eh, whatnot. Ano ginawa ko doon? Sige, paano ba ginagawa yan? Let's sumama ka. Shoot tayo using mga cameras, malaki mga cameras pa na ginagamit. Okay? Tapos, scoring, whatsoever, dubbing, whatsoever, lahat yan, ginampanan ko. So, tapos kasama ako sa mga movie van, yung mga, how do you call that, Alex, yung outdoor broadcast na van, no? That means we could, ang ABS-CBN doon, that time, halimbawa, may advertising congress sa Baguio, no? Uma-attend kami doon. Sponsored ABS-CBN, pupunan namin yung mga advertisers, whatsoever, yung mga event, tapos i-edit namin and we do it live. So, halimbawa, minsan yung mga naglalaro sa arena, yung mga ganon, ang nag-broadcast actually niyan, di ba, halimbawa, PBA, na nag-broadcast sa Channel 13, as TV5. Ang camera nila nandun sa arena. Pero, ang broadcast, ang stasyon, nandito sa may Pasig. Ibig sabihin ba nun, nagdadala sila ng truck doon, shoot nila doon, then they throw the signal, as they shoot it, they throw the signal out via either microwave or satellite news gathering. That's what they do. They throw that signal out to the satellite and the guys in ABC5 naman, what they'll do is they receive it on their headset and then transmit it from there. So exactly what we're doing as well for Solar. So katulad yan, halimbawa yung Pacquiao fight, no? If you notice yung Pacquiao fight, lahat yan sa amin kasi yun, kay Solar sa Pacquiao. So lahat yun, sa Macau, whatsoever, lahat yun may collaboration sa amin. Paano natin napapanood yun dito na ang delay minsan mga little about 2 seconds. Actually, matagal na yun. Minsan, hindi napaisipan namin kung pwede. It just so happen na may mga bandwidth capacity and whatnot. These are the stuff that if you're an engineer, we get to find out. Honestly, I am not an engineer by education. I'm a marketing management. But all my guys are engineers and they are licensed engineers. Okay? So yun, nag-aral lang ako nag-aral. I get my interest to that. Okay? And then, way back, okay, so, tapos na tayo sa ABS-CBN, nag-abroad ako. Nung nasa abroad ako, sabi ko, nag-i-edit na ako eh. Alam ko na yung mga makinan ko, mga makinos na dati ng mga malalaki pa. Ang 9 gig nun, 9 gig drive ha, literally, ganito kalaban, ganyang kakaban. 9 gig yun. Ngayon, naku, 9 gig nasa USB lang, diba? So yung gano'n ang mga inaano namin dati. So, nung nag-Singapore ako, anong sinabi ko? Okay, now I know the software. Now I see the hardware. But I would want to know how it's done on the hardware. So what I did was go beyond yung paggawa ng pagtingin ng mga PCBs, PC boards. Pinag-aralan mo yun. Paano ba yan? Ay, capacitor na to, ganito, lahat yung pinag-aralan mo. Reading, asking, no, walang masamang magtanong. Walang masama na huwag kayo magmarunong kung hindi nyo kayang kung iba ka. Mas maganda magtanong. Okay? I'll expound on that later. Okay. So yun, know my interest. Tapos, see, number 2, chart my career path. Career management. So, again, ABS-CBN, editor ako, nag-aral ako ng edit, ng pag-shoot, naging technical director ako doon kapag may mga effects, but everything's related to one thing, video, audio. Okay? Now, when I moved to Singapore, I was still doing the same thing. However, I was relating myself more on the hardware that makes things run. Pero in relation pa rin saan? Audio, video. So I became more of an applications engineer. So I learned the software. Paano yan? Bakit ko ginawa ganito? Ang program, pinag-aralan ko. Kung paano gumawa ng mga JavaScript and whatnot dati. Pinag-aralan ko yun. So paano natagawa ko ng pati Java? Sir, alam niyo yun, diba? Yun. Ginawa ko yun. Sabi ko, okay lang, dito pa na. Pero ang tagal, diba? Bago mong gawa yung hello world. Diba? Yun. Alright. So, back then, alam ko na, way back 1998, nasa Singapore ako. Ang traditional, sabi ko, okay, I see now that there is broadcasting and telecommunications. I see them converging during that time. So I remember this challenge to myself way back doon sa Singapore. I was chief engineer for a post-production house. Meaning lahat ng mga makina kung paano yung mga 35mm films. 35mm films, yun yung nakikita natin na dati karga-karga nung nagpupunta sa mga sinihan. Yung rodeo, yun. Tapos kung paano kami mag-produce ng mga advert at mga ads, TV ads noon. Ang ginawa nila noon was, kapag bago kasi lumabas on air ang isang ad, halimbawa, Coke. O sige, ito na, pupunta si media ba, si advertising agency. O sige, ito yung gusto mong concept, ito gusto mong effect, okay, ginawa niya yun. Pagkagawa niya yun, ibabalik yun sa VHS. Tapos dadalhin yung VHS for approval ng ni Coke. So VHS, so sabi ko, from the post house, hihintayin ko, ilalagay ko pa sa tape muna yung product, yung na-edit ko, tapos dadalhin yung motor, tatakbo sa kay Coke, papanoorin nila sa VHS, okay na ba yan? Yes or no? Okay. Tapos kapag okay na, babalik na naman sa'yo. That takes time. What's there? Time? Tapos yung materials. May cost yung material, yung tape. Diba? So ano sabi ko? Dahil ito gawin natin. 1998 sabi ko, quick time yung din sana. Apple quick time. Sige, mag-aral tayo, mag-encode. Encode natin kung ano yung final product, gagawin ko, ilalagay ko sa isang API, QuickTime file, MOV file. Okay? So yung QuickTime file na yun, sabi ko, sige, nakuha ko ng FTP server. Doon ko nilagay, in-email ko na lang kay Coke, in-email natin sa media, sa ad agency, you go download it, go pick it up, here's my server, my FTP server, I've given you my access account to that, you go, the file is there, you watch it. So after 30 minutes, I get my approval. What did I Anong nawala? Yung transportation cost, yung tape cost. So that was way back 1998. Tapos sabi ko, okay, kung pwede gawin yun, sabi ko, sige, way back mga 2000, ito na, mag-umpisa na yung internet streaming. Yung internet streaming, actually, we were one of the first to do that for Asia Pacific. There's this company back in the US that nag-offer sa akin. So sabi sa akin ng Amerikano, so, kasi tinulong siya dun sa post house. Kala niya part owner ako ng post house. Sabi ko, no, I'm not. So, okay, so do you want to work for me? So, sabi ko, so what do you do? Oh, we do this thing, internet streaming. Interest na ako. Sabi ko, okay ito ah. So sabi ko siya, I learned it. So way back 2000, I got that job. And what I did been doing was all these movies, yung mga Hollywood movies. Back then, halimbawa si King Kong. Eh, given na sa Singapore, regional headquarters ka mo, there are a few different versions of King Kong that we have to provide for the region. For each of the territory, halimbawa, may King Kong version Thailand, King Kong version Taiwan, King Kong version Korea, whatsoever. Lahat yan may kanya-kanya like mga subtitles, if you're familiar with the subtitles. Hindi naman lahat nakaintindi ng English eh. Pilipino, magaling sa English. Kaya natin tayo, wala tayong mga subtitles. Yung ibang bansa, lalo na Indonesia, Malaysia, ay nako. Kita mo mga bahasa pa makikita ko yan. But anyway, so these were the things that I was doing then. Tapos nakita ko, okay, nakikita ko ng convergence talaga ng broadcasting at saka ng telecom ng IP back then. So our company was one of the first that, in fact, before even Windows Media 9 was launched to the public, I was beta testing it 6 months before that, before the launch. Pinadala kami ng company sa Hollywood noon, at naswerte na kamaya ko si Bill Gates noon. Ang sarap ng pakiramdam. Okay? Kasi tawag yan, siya nag-introduce ng Windows Media 9. So we were testing already the product back then, bago pa ilabas sa public yun. Okay? So, and what did that tell me again? My inspiration, my driving to learn more. Okay? So, then, after that, ayun na. Ito na yung IPTV. Back then, sabi kailangan bago mag-stream, naka 1 megabit connection ka. Speed mo sa bahay. Eh teka, may 1 megabit connection lang ng Singapore. Kasi maliit yung bansa. Sa Pilipinas, swerte ka na, maka 128 Mbps ka nun. Okay? So we don't have that capability back then, dito sa Pilipinas. Until what happened was, learning to produce, to encode that content and make it available on a lower bandwidth. Ngayon, pumasok si Blink. Yung Blink is actually, let's see if I can wear out do it here, Okay. So as I'm doing this, I'll show you what I did, what we did. And we launched this product actually a year ago. Well, close to a year ago, here in Manila. Okay? If you notice dito, sabi nila LTE, okay na. Actually, hindi pa rin sa lahat. 3G pa rin talaga eh. Bakit? Eh, mahal mag-invest para kay Pedro at kay Pedro, hindi masyadong mahal mag-invest. Okay naman na. Sige, thank you. So, this is the product. I hope you can see it. I'll stream to you the live channels that we do now. Okay? There's Jack City, 2nd Avenue, EDC, BTV. Lahat yan solar dyan na.
Thank you.
BTV, Basketball TV yun eh.
Thank you.
Okay? Notice. Walang buffering. Live on a 3G connection. Okay? Walang buffering. Maganda. Sa 3G kasi dapat, di ba, normally sa 3G, mababa mo. Mabuffer ka. Para sa YouTube, nanonood tayo sa bahay, di ba? Meron na technology ngayon, what we call adaptive streaming. Adaptive streaming means you create the file in few different versions, whether for low bandwidth or high bandwidth. And then whatever bandwidth becomes available to you, it automatically adapts to it. So magandang connection mo muna, pinakamagandang quality yan. Pag pwede mo mababa yung connection mo, Sige, we'll be using lower version. Pero, with no interruption. So these are the things that you learn over the years. Okay? So, again, that's what I've been doing for Blink. I have to go to Israel, talk to the Israelis. I learned, walang masama magtanong. And what we did, again, there's no point already always on buying equipment. Sometimes it's good to read and find out because some of them are just available online. Yung services available na. May sinabing sir kanina. Lahat yun, personal blog, personal, lahat yan, available na applications are done. So this one, the one we're doing, is available on PC, on iOS devices, on Android devices. In fact, we're doing something now for smart TVs as well. Bakit hindi ko sa smart TV? Teka, ilan ba may smart TV sa bahay? Diba? O, hindi pa rin. Pero, anong alam natin? Sabi ni sir kanina, 3D printing. O, anong alam natin ngayon? Diba? HP. 2K, may 4K na pinag-usapan na ngayon. Sa broadcasting, 4K. Aside from 4K, actually, nung paggaling ko sa Amerika noong April, 8K na pinag-uusapan ko. Ano yung sabihin ng 8K? Diba kayo yung 4K, yung tigyawat natin, kita na eh. Baka yung sa 8K, pati yung bukas ng tigyawat natin, kita na. Okay? So, ganun na. Ganun na ngayon ka. Okay. Now, what are we doing here in the Philippines para naman ma-update kayo? Okay. Given that we're doing this, yung 4K, 8K na yung ganyan streaming. Yung TV natin ngayon, if you notice, baka naririnig nyo na yung digital television, DVD. Yung sinasabi ni ABS na black box, mga ganun. In fact, Engineer Alex and I are part of the working committee now with the National Telecommunication Commission to come up with an implementing rules and regulation as to the rules para sa digital terrestrial television dito sa Pilipinas. We're working hand in hand with the guys of ABS-CBN, ABC5, GMA, all the engineers of each of the big networks here. Sabay-sabay yan, we come up with that. Kung paano, ano papanoorin natin, kung paano tayo, anong kailangan natin para manood, kung anong kailangan, pwede ba may antena ko ngayon sa bahay para manood ng digital television? Pwede, may paraan na. Kung paano, magkano magiging cost, kausap namin sila Hitachi, yung mga Japanese na manufacturers, yung mga consumer manufacturers natin. Diba pa mamaya, produce kami ng ganito, tapos ang TV naman is 40 mil. In fact, we're working on something na tawag niyan, pwede nga, yun, isa sa mga ginagawa pa rin yun. Sa tablet natin, pwede ka nang mag-Wi-Fi, manood ng YouTube, manood ng Blink, manood ng TV. Digital ha, hindi yung analog, digital. So yun, ginagawa natin yan. Alright. Differentiate continuing education. Right? Next slide po. Okay. Practical tips for a successful entrepreneurial endeavor. Identify the people who inspire you and find out what makes them tick. People, for instance, Jesus Christ. Steve Jobs. Who doesn't know Steve Jobs, right? Akio Morita. Steve Jobs, nakita natin yung mga palabas nila. Ayun si Akio Morita. Sino ba si Akio Morita? He's the founder of Sony. Do you know that way back 1945, kailan nyo nang nalang yung Walkman? Ngayon na lang mga 1977, 80s lumabas ang Walkman. Do you know na si Akio Morita gusto na yung Walkman since 1945? Wala na sa kanyang technology natin, pero na-conceptualize yun ngayon. Okay? Your professors in school, sinasabi ni Sir, sinasabi ni Dean, ni Miss Almeda, ng mga professors nyo. See, these are the people that will inspire you. Okay? Ako, alam ko kung inspire ako ng anak ko, I go. Alright? Then, as you do that, you emulate the good traits that they have in your personal, scholastic, and professional life. Walang sinasabi, hindi ko sinasabi na perfect ako o kung si lahat ng mga professors dito for that matter. You get the good grades. That's what's more important. Okay? Then, develop a portfolio of projects. Okay? Participate in every hands-on, experiential learning opportunity. Different yourself and become more valuable in life. Okay? It doesn't mean na tawag niya, palagi na lang ano sasali ko sa ganito, sasali ko sa ganito. Di ba niyo kung paano makakakipak mo sa buhay yung sasabihan natin? Okay? Next slide. Learning the value of networking. Okay, I was watching a while ago yung slides nyo. There's so much activities here with regards to and the SCB, student coordinating bodies and whatnot. That's good. Okay? Pero, yan, you just have to be sure na yung sasabihan yung mga may JPIA doon, may mga clubs na make sure na kapag sumali kayo doon, gusto nyo talaga, hindi dahil nandun yung crush ko. Alright? Iba yung nandun yung crush mo sa nandun yung interest mo. Okay? Yan, attend lectures. Kaya salamat kung nag-attend kayo dito. And I hope you learn something from it. Okay, use LinkedIn, other social networks. Now, that's the thing about LinkedIn. Yung kanina yung sinasabi ni Sir, yung binabasa niya, actually nasa LinkedIn ko yun. Yun yung yun yung biodata ko. That gives me a network of people that I'm with the same interest on. And it's a never-ending nag-email lang kami ng mga yan May mga sinasalihan kami na what do you call that again? Yung mga groups na email group na pinag-usapan specific topics and then how we deal with it. Kapag sila may nakita sila, papasahin ko, ganito pala yun. That's my way of doing my research as well. And that helps a lot. Okay? Then number 4, work in teams as much as you can. Okay? Walang masama, huwag mo susunduhin ang lahat. Okay? Pwede mag-share. Okay? Because it's better to have 2 heads than 1. Always remember that. Okay? Then you cultivate the teammanship. That's very important. Okay? Next one. Next slide po. Okay. This is very important. Find your flaws and fix them. Walang masama na pag nag-aaral ka, you get to learn more. You would want to expound on new things. Pero dapat alam mo kung saan ka pwede at hindi pwede. And then kung saan ka hindi pwede, medyo sikuhin mo na. Doon ka na sa, okay ako dito. Now, doon ako mag-focus sa kanina. So pag tinanong niyo ako, may alam ako sa medicine, wala. Okay? Kaya pag tinanong niyo ako, about IT, meron. Pero kapag doktor ano ba yung ganito ang sakit? Ganito may ganito. Diba? So we have our own expertise. You have to make sure, however, that whatever you're going into is the one that you really love. Hindi lang like, hindi lang yung gusto ni mama o ni papa. Ayan, nagiging mo si Maria. Tinatanong ko yan. Basta gusto mo ba yan? Oo ba? Okay, good. Kasi hindi ko pipilitin na mag-IT siya kung hindi na gusto. Right? Take business classes. And that doesn't mean na tawag niya, habang pababayaan ng iba. Pwede naman kayo magaling, mag-enhance ng konti na okay, paano gusto ko nga itong IT. Wala naman alam sa negosyo. Walang masama, may mga seminars and postings na pwede natin ng libre. Alright? All you have to do is Google. Okay? Next slide po. Yan. Take courses that will complement your line of expertise. Sa broadcast management class, multimedia classes. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. These are like IT and everything. Multimedia as well, right? So, pero there's more beyond multimedia. There's broadcast management class. And that would mean what? Pag tinanong ko kayo, alam niyo tungkol sa satellite? Tungkol sa transmission? Okay. There's nothing wrong learning. Okay? So, paano mag-copyright yung mga copywriters? Baka marunong kayo sa editing. Do you know how to write? So, paano gumawa ng promo? Okay? Kaya mo yung that. Okay? Yan, IPR, intellectual property rights, digital rights management. That's very important. As we get into this thing on personal cloud and whatnot, kung produce mo yun, you want to protect that. Bakit? Isa-secure mo yun, kasi pag pinanood yun, you can make money out of it. Dahil na kapag ikaw nag-produce ng, halimbawa, Hollywood movies, for instance. Diba? Lahat ng Hollywood movies, kapag pinalabas, pinenta sa Quiapo, di ba kinukulong? Bakit? Ikaw magastos si Hollywood movie. Tapos ibibenta ng sa Quiapo. Diba? Sino kumit? Nilugi siya, kawawa naman. So you protect the investment that you do. A simple program. Look, Facebook is a very important, good example. Okay? When his name again, the Facebook guy, sorry? Mark Zuckerberg. Nung ginawa niya yun, di ba? Dahil sa girlfriend niya, di ba yung sinasabi ko sa movie? Di ba? Dahil sa girlfriend niya, tapos naging likes, dislike, gano'n lang. But at the end of the day, sinabi mo kasama niya, no, we're gonna make money out of it. Ganito gawin natin. See? From that alone now, owns the guy. Less than 30 years old, and he's a billionaire. Diba? Because of that thing na. Diba? So, again, walang masama. You learn, pero you have to know, sometimes hindi naman maganda na lahat ng sikreto mo binibigay. You have to also keep something. Okay? Especially kapag ng program, dami naman ngayon. Okay? Then, this is the best way to differentiate yourself. Be unique. Yan siya sabi ko na, ngayon, ako ito ang ginawa kong feel na gusto ako na ito. Who knows, in your career, as you get into RE, as you get into the professional life, you learn from it, make sure yung tawag yan, alam niyo kung paano magano, mag-differentiate na sarili mo. Yung simple things na halimbawa, sir, ganito gawin natin, mas makakatipid tayo ng ganito. Ganun lang, differentiation na yan. Alright? Then, communicate effectively across international borders. So the globe is in the palm of your hands. Totoo yun, yung globalization. Lahat ngayon, kapusap ko ngayong umaga, kaninang umaga sa US. Ngayong hapon, kapusap ko si Middle East at saka si UK. Mamayang gabi, kapusap ko si USA. Dahil ibang Asia. Pero ngayon, you know what? That's the thing. You can talk to anybody right now. Okay? Anywhere you go, whether it's Skype or something, pwede kayo gawin yun. Next. Okay. This is very important, however. Manage your spare time and be productive. Okay, hindi pwede pa namin data. Okay lang mag-date, pero make sure that baka bangga sa date matuto kayo. Okay? But, again, family, stress na giver yan. Okay? Be healthy, be useful. Ako kahit paano, tumatakbo-takbo kahit paano. Siyempre nakailan, ginagawa ko para mag-fit ako kahit paano. Right? Leave your work problems in the workplace. Well, yeah, you can, as much as you can. Pero as you get into the ladder, especially if you're next to the boss will call you to be on the line. That's fine. That's fine. Okay? Alright, and nurture relationships in and out of work. And be thankful, that's the most important thing. Whatever you guys are doing, be thankful about it. Okay? Next slide. Okay. Differentiation and integration. Okay? The entrepreneurial IT engineer must learn how to differentiate in order to develop his technical skills and business sense. Consequently, he must have the vision and the ability to serve in order to integrate his expertise with the rest of the world. As you become more open, you want to learn more, always remember to be humble. Okay? Now there's this last thing that I'm gonna ask someone and tell me what it is. How many do you see? 4? 5? Are you sure? 450? fingers? 5 fingers? One hand? Okay. I'm telling you. Are you sure? Look beyond that. What do you see? How many do you see? 8. Tingnan mo. Tingnan nyo. Beyond that. Tingnan nyo ano nakikita nyo. 8, di ba? Why? I'm telling you is this. Don't focus on the problems. You're focusing only on what you see. Look beyond what you see. Okay? Yes. Thank you.
So, the floor is now open for further questions. Is there any questions? There's a mic at the center.
Oh, wala na. Nahiya na. Okay, one thing I forgot to tell you guys. What I see when I was watching you kanina, no? You dressed up and whatnot. Please continue to do so. Maganda yan. Pero, may nakita pa nga ako dito parang kumukha ni Daniel Padilla kanina na kapalong pa rin. Ay, ano ba yun? Okay. Alright, seriously, yun. Thank you so much. We would want to ask questions about me and kay Maria na lang, ha? Salamat po.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chano, for that very informative sharing of your knowledge and expertise.
So at this point, may we call on Dean Magagyong to award the certificate to our guest speaker. And please stay.
Okay, we would like to thank Mr. Diano for sharing his expertise to our students. And we would like to award a certificate of appreciation to you, sir, in grateful acknowledgement of his invaluable service for sharing his knowledge and expertise as a resource person during the ITS seminar, signed by our Dean, Dr. Luciano P. Bagadyong, and yours truly, sir, Ms. Almeda D. Asuncion. Again, sir, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Asuncion, Ms. Bagadyong, and Mr. Chano. And now, ladies and gentlemen, entertain us with their songs. May I call on the BSI 3 students, Ms. Megan Chano, and on the right corner, wearing red polo.
Sorry, hindi ko pa pinapatay eh.